And we're live, but not really. We're doing a pre-recording right now from my bathroom because I'm Ski Mask Andy.
Hello, my babies.
Just kidding. I'm not really in the bathroom, or maybe I am. You guys will never know. But we just wanted to do this little pre-recording today to get some stuff out. Um, Mainly because we don't want to be firing up lives every 2 seconds in response to um,
Or
lots of
to
things.
or to have to continue to go into chats to correct Manda, who wants to
Mhm.
run around saying shit that is just a straight up lie.
Under our own names, mind
Yes,
you.
Right.
no troll accounts. I don't have any problem saying it under my real name. Same goes for 180. Okay.
You're gonna get your ass cussed out, but
Or booted from
Yeah,
the chat
Alex.
by, or told they're going to be blocked for simply having an opinion or stating a fact rather than just making shit up.
or you could have a whole live done about you. But we digress.
Mhm.
All right, so
So,
me and Alex are just gonna go into a little tidbit here, because all the hoopla lately has been about Samara, Richard Groiper. Then
ah,
before that, it was Amber and Michelle. And then before that, it was Bombshell. And there's always another reason for why we are currently fighting with Amanda and Stephanie Brown and factions of. But just a couple months ago, we were all together and fine for years. So I want to say it was the summer of last year when Alex and I started to notice, because in a Discord you usually have like a small mod chat. You have, for your YouTube channel or Discords, and it just seemed like there was never anything good said regarding Starlight or anything
Yeah.
she said or did or tried to do. And I noticed after my really bad word that I said on YouTube last year, I started to feel a little pushed out because, when Mandra used to go live, it would be me, her, Starlight, Stephanie, sometimes Batty. Um, and those links just kind of stopped coming our way, and that's okay. I'm a big girl, but I could just kind of relate when Starlight started to say that she also started to feel similar. So, because the links stopped coming. So then
oh, you want
the
me to
summer,
elaborate on that or wait?
well,
Yeah,
no,
you should elaborate. Yeah,
yeah.
you should elaborate on that some.
Okay, so it started when over the summer, like you're saying, and prior to all of that, um, me and Amanda always did lives together. If I wasn't on her panel, she was on my panel. Blah 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 blah. And I want to make it perfectly clear that I had absolutely no problem with Stephanie Brown being on the panel because Stephanie was a very good friend of mine and I like doing panels with them, right? Well, things started to get weird for some reason and changed and um I was not invited up anymore, which is fine, but now, it hurt my fifis. And when I had tried to go to them about feeling, because nobody just would straight up tell me, hey, me and Stephanie are going to do panels now, and that's just how it is. I could have accepted that, dealt with it, and moved on, but no one would tell me that. So I was left to ask, hey, I'm feeling pushed out. Did I do something? Is there a reason? And I was made to feel like I was absolutely crazy for thinking that. And I would get a response like, fine, I'm just not going to stream anymore. I'm just not going to go on panel anymore, which is the last thing that I wanted. I was just trying to understand what was happening so I could figure out what I needed to do moving forward. Um, Still to this day, I've never got an answer on that, which is fine. I see it for what it is now.
Well, you were
Um,
told the opposite.
yeah, I was
You were
told the
told that
opposite.
you were not being pushed out, that you were just being too sensitive, and that you needed people to cater to you and beg you to be a part rather than, you know, just
Yeah.
being a part.
And then I started to get
Um,
what I call pity links.
Mhm.
And when
and
I
when
would
you
go,
got those links, those pity links, who would send them to you?
Stephanie,
But not Manda.
not Manda, no. She might have
Okay.
sent one or two, but it was mainly Stephanie, yeah,
Even if it was on Manda's channel,
which it always was.
Stephanie sent the link, not
Yes.
Manda.
Yes.
So I mean, that alone to me could be considered the host doesn't want to be bothered with me because you're not her co-host or whatever type of
Well,
thing.
read the room, take a hint, and I did. I got the hint after so long. I'm sure people noticed. I mean,
Yeah, they
people,
did.
yeah.
But the whole co-host thing, let's circle back
Oh
Oh,
to
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that
take it
word.
back to the beginning.
So over a year ago, Steph had put out some text messages between herself and Starlight. Um, and she said something pretty harmless, just uh, Mander was getting irritated with Steph, and
Mhm.
Starlight said, "It's not like she's my co-host or anything." Like, and I take that for just like I wasn't Mander's quote co-host because I would just go up when I could on the weekends.
Well, what
Um,
what it was okay, I was friends with Steph at the time. I had a lot of fun doing panels with her, and Manda and some other people didn't like Steph at that point and
mhm,
wouldn't refuse to come on my panel if she was on it. So there was one night in particular where she didn't come up, and it was just, me and Manda, and I don't know if who else. And I told Steph in a message that I missed her being up there. And I don't remember what was said in between that and whatever it was. My response was, well, it's not like she is my co host,
meaning like
Manda.
right, but that's not like oh my god. There
Right.
was
But
also like some other things, but that I feel like
I don't think
it
she
doesn't
ever let go of that.
right, and it's
No,
almost
she did not, and I'll give her credit. It hurt her feelings, and she is perfectly entitled to have those feelings. It hurt her feelings, but she claimed and she encouraged our entire group to move forward from it. I'm moving on. That's what she's claiming. She's moving forward. She's going to be friends with Starlight. It's not a problem. I want all of you to be friends with Starlight. I don't care what she said to Steph. Let's move forward as a group. But that didn't happen because Amanda couldn't move forward. She was not moving forward. They would nitpick everything Starlight did. She couldn't do anything right. And don't be the person to point it out because then you get pushed out too.
mhm.
Yeah. And for the record, nobody is coddling or patting my fucking ass. If anything, they spank my ass. Not in a kinky way either. Just saying. I don't because they try to run with this whole uh whatever. What did they say? It was
Yeah, we've heard it a million times.
but it was something along the lines of not you that I was never like satisfied or some shit. I don't know. It
If
was
it
stupid.
wasn't your way or the highway,
Yeah, and
then blah
I
blah
don't
blah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not very, like, diplomatic. I'm not in there ordering people around to do anything. But whatever,
No.
I
No,
digress.
my entire goal was to do what is best for our group as a whole. It was never about Amanda versus Starlight until it became that. But it was always about doing what was best for an entire group of people, and it's not always easy. But that it was trying to hold together a house of cards,
Right.
always
And
trying to
while that
convince
was
everybody was
happening all
okay.
summer, we're doing that unbeknownst to like most of the bigger part of the Discord. Everyone thinks everything's just peachy keen, like some people are busy. I assume that, Amanda was just busy. Like we were all kind of just doing our own thing for a little bit. I personally like started working more, so you know, we weren't all as active as we used to be, but I didn't think anything was that wrong. And then there was the Latity stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's when
Um,
things really changed with my friendship with Amanda. For me, was when I took Starlight's side on a Latity situation, and I was pushed out of her mod chat. Um, no longer felt the love that I used to feel.
And
right.
let's elaborate on the Latity thing. Um, so everybody was covering Latity or just beginning to, and before things got weird, usually if Manda and I were covering the same topic, it was something we would just do together, just kind of naturally, hey, you want to talk about this? Let's go live. So
Hmm.
I was posting stuff on Latity, and then she started posting stuff on Latity, and I'm like, hey, are you gonna cover her too? Because I didn't think there was a point in both of us doing it. It's like watching a rerun. You know,
Hmm.
YouTube TMZ, who can get the clip out first, when I thought it could be more of a collaborative effort and we could both do it together. And I got chastised for that. And
I took
because
it
of
as you were
that,
trying to find something to, like, if you're feeling pushed out, like,
I
I
got
felt pushed
yeah,
out, and then I got excited that Amanda wanted to do the Harmony Montgomery stuff. So we did, like, what, 2 streams on that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. We're still cool. So that would be like your Latity. Like, you found something that you could not, like, share the content because it sounds so cringy.
everybody was covering it at that time. So there,
It was something you guys
I
you could collaborate on,
that's what I
like you
was
used to.
thinking. Yes,
That's
that's
Yeah.
the
what
way
I
I saw it.
expected.
They wanted more. They wanted you to put in more effort into planning stuff, and I saw it as you putting in more effort to make a plan concerning Letitia.
And then, so Amanda got mad about that. She accused Starlight of, oh God, sorry, like I didn't know that I couldn't also cover Latity, like just like making little silly fights over YouTube stuff, which was never ever a thing in our group of friends. So that was like a moment. Then, fast forward a little bit, there was a couple little other things here and there, nothing to write home about. Then the big one was the bombshell restream,
Oh,
where,
that's when things really got squirrely.
yeah,
So,
um,
but there's a lot. Okay, Manda quit talking to me. Completely quit talking to me. She might have sent like a DM here and there or whatever between June through whenever it was that she decided to become a sheep. Um, but I just want that to be known that there was no
yeah.
communication happening, which led I don't know what the hell it led to on her side, but on my side, I was just like trying to fake it till I made it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna talk about it. Obviously, no one's talking about it. And I'm just gonna pretend everything's fine.
I really did think everything was fine. Um, and just from like my point of view, I had that small mod chat that we were in, and we would kind of like just touch base in there,
That I
but
was not
no,
in, for the record.
right, and
I was not in that.
right, and then as far as like her Discord, I did try to, towards the end of summer or whatever, I'm like, oh, I haven't like been in voice chats with like say Dee Dee. Dee Dee's like a really good friend of ours, but she doesn't really panel up much. But she's always in the chats, always like a huge supporter of Amanda. Um, and there's lots of Dee Dees, like lots of people like that you don't really see or hear from too much. That are really good people that are also hurt, and we find out way after the fact um, that they had been feeling all of these feelings for quite a long time. Like, oh, she doesn't even like talk to us anymore. I haven't like talked to her in voice chat for forever, and I was like kind of surprised because I thought it was just me not paying enough attention. But I'm like, oh damn, didn't even know that her and BTS were no longer close because they had always been really close. Um, you decided to, after she was live for however long, one night you restreamed Bombshell on your backup channel
Yeah.
for a crowd of what, 20 people? So,
Okay. So this is at the height of Bombshell came back and Michelle was all the rage or whatever.
mhm,
And then Bombshell got with Amber and it was like, "Oh my god, these two together, fuck." So and it's also at the height of the tragedy pimp Quentin Simon
mhm,
things that were going on. And Amanda was going live like every day, every single day. So
mhm.
one night I decided to restream Bombshell on my backup channel that has
Which isn't
less.
that the whole point of what people were doing was trying to take the views away from the tragedy pimps, so that you were not the only person restreaming this type of content, right? So it's
Right,
not like
even
you
though
just
that
up and decide. It's like it was like a movement type of situation. Everybody was going to do that to prevent these people from making money off of tragedies.
Mhm.
right, and I just wanted to show what was going on with Bombshell and that whole thing over there at the time. Um, it wasn't a big deal. There was like 20 people, maybe at the most, that even came. I didn't tell a soul that I was doing it. I just did it. And the reason I didn't tell anyone is because I didn't want people to leave another chat to come to that one, even though they wouldn't in the first place, because nobody really gave a shit about what was going on over there. Uh, so with that, I get after months of not being talked to, really, uh, I see all these tags. I'm being tagged in the Discord, right? And I'm just gonna say it. Nat that video Natclo put out showed that. It showed her Amanda coming at me in the Discord, cussing me out, all this shit. And she did it in front of everyone, so I don't know why she's freaking out that it's
She
talked.
claims it was a mistake that she did it in the more public chat room.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Okay. Sure,
but
Jan.
you know, there
So
was
Well,
was
she
already a
hadn't
was it a
problem.
typed
mistake the second time she came back and did it? I'm
Mm-mm.
just
right, and she hadn't typed in the we had, our close inner circle room, like for mods and stuff like that, like the pony room, OG pony, and then we had the cool peeps room, which was like everybody. So she more than once did it in the big room in front of everybody.
Yeah, at that point, she had quit coming in the Discord for the most part. She had quit typing in the smaller room with all of our.
uh-oh.
My apologies. I gotta.
Yeah, she had even rage quit the Discord, her own Discord, and is that when she rage quit and gave you all the she transferred the ownership to Kimmy?
That was the first time, and she did say when she didn't ask me beforehand or even say, because if she had come to me and been like, Kimmy, like I can't, I'm so
So
stressed out, I need to just dip out. Do you care if I give you the admin rights or whatever? I'm taking a break. I'd be like, sure, dog. Like,
so if I had to pinpoint when a division began, it would be right then and there when she lost her shit in the fucking Discord, rage quit, gave Kimmy all the rights to the Discord, and it was all downhill from there. If
Yeah.
I had to pinpoint a particular time, that would be it. So I just want to state for the record, Samara had fuck all to do with Manda raging out in her own Discord. All right.
We can probably bring up everyone else for the rest of it.
Can I just say what I'm going to say really quick because I got to run out?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I was gone for most of the summer. I came back around, was it around Thanksgiving, Kimmy?
I want to say so, yeah.
And then I just didn't get any responses from her. When I came back, I didn't hear anything. Everybody was saying she wasn't around. She went in voice chat. And then she closed her server down, which was weird. And then all this has come about. So it's kind of, from me, before I left, having her around and then all to come back to all of that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
So,
Was she like the same? Like, do you consider her to be like the Amanda that you knew before you took a break over the summer, or do you think
her
this was like a?
attitude was just like 360. Like she was just really. She seemed kind of like not wanting to talk to anybody. People would like tag her to voice chat, and she wouldn't come around. She would say she was driving, she was busy, etc.
Driving, yeah. Always driving.
Driving. So yeah, that's kind of what I came back to, and it was so odd because she was so close with us, and then to have this 360, I don't know.
Yeah, with all of the stances that her and Stephanie, like you and I kind of came into like the YouTube stuff together, made it through Mandy Bell.
Right.
The first stable, second stable, whatever. And like this whole time, Stephanie Brown like has kind of been like one of our mentors with the whole don't take private shit public, don't dox, don't give a doxer a high five. Like none of us are like, I'm never gonna talk to you because you are friends with the doxer. Oh no. Like it's just you don't dox and you call your friends out if they do something shitty. Doesn't have to be just doxing, it could be anything. But her main thing was like, don't encourage the behavior or make it okay. Don't keep lowering the bar. And now to see
the bar is really low. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just not gonna call anybody out except for Samara, apparently.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys. I gotta run out, but
I heard.
To say those few things.
I'm in Irby.
Thank you.
I'll be listening. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so after the I'm trying to remember the timeline here, but well, it must have been December, into November, December, when there was a lot of shade and shit being thrown, right, in community posts and
Oh yeah. I mean,
chat to chat.
when you are in it, actually, there's people that weren't technically like in the group or in the Discord, whatever. That people that don't quote haters that would be like, yeah, we noticed that. We could tell that there was definitely something up. And it wasn't because of you guys, it was because of Manda. Because I don't know if you want to play that clip real quick, but
Which one?
The one where she goes at Liz.
Yeah, let's start there. Okay.
Yeah, and it just for when Manda watches this, Manda, listen to what you say right here to Liz, and then do what you say for her to do.
Calling at me. Polyester, what do you mean? I'm your friend too. I don't even know what happened. I was asked when it came in the chat some questions that I don't know. I don't know what happened. I've said that a million times. I just got on here after I watched Savages. What does that mean? She's blessed to have me as a friend. What are you fucking talking about, Polyester? Like, let's not fucking do this public, okay? Really, you don't fucking want to. I have not said a fucking word to you guys. I've left y'all the fuck alone, and I'd appreciate it if you step the fuck back, okay? Or we can have some real truth bombs if you want to. Don't fucking do this. I'm not over there fucking causing problems, and I would appreciate it if you would shut the fuck up for once. Really.
I'm sorry, Alpha. I didn't know that was happening. It's okay. Okay.
Like,
all that Liz said was that Hooker.
I've shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But when I'm asked a direct question, I'm gonna fucking answer it. Fuck you, Polyester. Eat a fucking bag of dicks.
Okay. I'm sorry, Amanda. Well,
All that Polyester said there was that Hooker was blessed to have Amanda as a friend. That's a compliment. And that is how she was responded to.
And it kind of threw us all for a loop. Like, what the fuck was that? And that was probably the first public display of ponies go fuck yourself. And
that was
anyone
the first
associated.
threat of dropping stuff too.
Well, and Amanda had actually come back into the Discord at this point. So we were trying to work on things, and then this happened.
Right.
Yeah, speaking about Discord, can we speak about, like I heard you guys speak about DD. There's a lot of people in there that were very hurt of how the whole Discord got set on fire, I guess you want to say. People didn't leave. People were thrown out. Like, let's be real. Like, nobody left. Maybe a few people left on their own, but most of the people were launched.
Right. Amanda had come back. Kimmy had given her back ownership of the server. That happened with Liz. And then people kind of quit talking to Amanda's server a little bit because we were all like, what the hell? What are we dealing with here? And Amanda got her feelings hurt that we weren't really trying to talk in her server much anymore. Not that it would have mattered because we did talk in her server for about a week or so. Stephanie would even come in. She was making an effort to make things better. And then all of a sudden, this happened with Liz, and people were like, something's still not right. So they quit talking in there as much.
And there was also a conversation because I don't know who I can speak for myself, I guess. Well, no, I'm going to say we. We tried and tried and tried and tried to get Manda into a voice chat, and she would
because we
not do
wanted to know. We wanted to know what was going on, and
right,
like why was she pushing back? And I don't know for you guys, but the only thing that I've got out of it was that she's just distancing herself. She's going through things right now.
Boundaries,
which I honestly believed
boundaries.
There was
of course there was something she was going through. None of us were really aware of what she was experiencing in her life during this time. Of course, we give her grace in this instance because divorce is hard. It's difficult for everyone. We would have loved the opportunity to be there and to support her and do the things that we had done for years for one another. But that was not given. We were not given that opportunity.
We had
so
no idea until YouTube knew. We found out the same time everybody else did on YouTube. And I just wish that if that was part of it, it could have been said back then. But there was a voice chat that we finally got her in. It was in a different Discord. And there was a lot of people in the voice chat. And I straight up asked her several questions. One of them being, do you even want to be my friend anymore? Of course I do. Yes, of course. And it was all blanket, statements to appease my
I don't know how it got this far. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how it got this bad. I felt like an outsider in my own group of friends.
Nobody did anything wrong. That was said multiple times.
No,
I mean, it just totally mind fucks an entire group of people.
It's not you, it's me. But really? Okay, whatever. Well, keep that same narrative then when you're out in public accusing us of Trolling you? I went to
I
her in
mean,
private when she first
yeah,
started
Kim,
accusing us of doing that shit.
that's
With
so
personal
ridiculous. Like,
information?
Yeah.
Seriously?
she needs to start naming who she thinks they are. She's talking about like the ponies indirect, like that's like Anna Mary. I mean, women that are older than me, and I'm old, 47, that she's accusing of trolling. Like, these women are, first of all, they're hurt by her and Stephanie, as am I. And they knew something was going on between, like, we all knew something was going on between Starlight and her,
I
and
can
we
tell you,
just
I
didn't
haven't
want to
trolled
be
her
in the
one
middle of it.
time.
Yeah,
Neither have I. I wouldn't. No, absolutely not.
no.
I've
But
heard
none
people.
of
She
us
said,
would.
I
We
heard she
don't
can tell
roll
it's with
like
me, but
that.
it's never been me.
If I've
Not
got
once.
anything to say, I will say it with my name, my account.
Right, right.
I
I've done it
don't
with
have any
mine,
reason to hide under a troll account.
and I think
Yep,
Right. But
most of
even,
us
hers.
are like that.
I mean, Ash and I both have gone into Amanda's comment section because
And it's not
Amanda
trolling. I'm
cannot
talking to
stop talking
right.
about stuff that we've
We're
asked
not
her to
trolling.
stop talking about.
And that
We
I'm not trolling.
say
I'm
that,
talking
and then
to her.
she tells us she's going to block us, and we're under our own accounts, not a troll account.
and
So we
that
can't
is
even
And
have our voice heard
I
through
think that's
Amanda.
yeah,
a very
it's not
important
trolling
thing
either.
to put out there. And if I need to bring up the screenshots for people to see, I can do that. There's just so many of them. Amanda, you have not stopped running your mouth from day one to up till
From the
today.
elephants in the
Every
room.
single day. You run around saying some sort of shit about ponies, or you specifically call out one of us. I've got the fucking screenshots. I can show.
And sorry for those technical difficulties. We're back. I do want to take this opportunity to fill in a little gap that we forgot to mention earlier about the whole Amanda closing her Discord down. On behalf of all the ponies and their affiliates, we were all accused of going over to Starlight's Discord and quote talking shit. Myself personally, I went over there because it was very reminiscent of a time in pony history where we had something similar like this happen with three of our friends, Bodie, Sarah F, and Tatum. And Starlight and I in particular really tried to make all of that work, but there was
Tried
one
to
little
save those friendships.
problem. There was a problem that we just kept running into, and I'm sure those three might remember. Oh yeah, that's right. Amanda just was always driving, or she was busy doing stuff. Anytime we wanted to have a
Well,
VC
she
with
flat out
Bodie or the
refused.
other girls
Yeah.
to
She's
us,
stone
but
faced
I
refused to
had
talk.
to. Right. So it's very reminiscent of that. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just go over there. I remember typing some stuff, and we're all just kind of like, what the F is going on? And stuff like that, like confused, concerned about her. And someone even said, is she in here? And I'm like, I don't care if she is. I hope she is. Maybe she'll talk in here because she's not talking in her own Discord. And then I think she eventually left. But sorry, like if you consider that talking shit, just like
And
you consider people attacking you, she considers people attacking her are just her ex-friends or subs, that longtime
also,
subs just voicing an opinion in her chat is not an attack, dude. That is just
no.
correcting something that she's saying that we
And it's
feel
not
is
trolling
wrong,
either.
and it's
Well,
not
all they wanted to
trolling.
know was what they did wrong. Most
Right.
people were asking, like, did we do something? Can you talk? Let us know what's going on. Like, and then we all just chalked it up, if you remember, as it took her word that she was having real life issues, and everybody backed down, kind of. And then before you know it, that's when shit really hit the fan. Like, people were getting booted, and
That's
that's
when
when
we
she came out with she needed time away from us for some odd
That's when
reason.
we compared notes in Hello Starlight's Discord. We compared notes and we found out, oh, I'm not the only one because I thought I was the only one being left out. Like I found out other people felt the same way. So we were
I think
Right.
every
just
one of us felt that way, like until we all
mhm.
were like,
But
you
we
know,
don't talk shit, so we didn't know that each other all felt fucking weird like this. Like, oh, you noticed it too? You did too? Oh, wow, yeah, what the fuck is going on with her? Because this is weird for
Like,
her.
and the whole vibe was just thrown off at that point because she had come in and done all that, and everything was weird. And so
which we all weren't
I
stupid. We
decided
knew
to,
there was an issue between you and her, but I think all of us, for the most part, stuck in your chat and her chat and didn't want to get in the
yeah,
middle of it because we honestly thought you guys would work it out. I don't know. I'm speaking for myself and
Yeah.
from others that I heard from in a voice chat. You know, we thought you guys
which,
would work it out because you guys were such great friends, you know,
Mhm.
or so we thought.
which,
Boy, were we wrong.
I mean, we can talk about this now or later, but, you know, that's where it began on when it was public. It was made public because they went live and quote unquote denounced the ponies and that they were going to change their membership to sheep and all of that. And that's where it really started online, like for people on
I
YouTube.
agree because she hurt a lot of people's feelings that were so confused and didn't understand what the fuck they had done to her to be executed out of her life just like that with no explanation.
Right.
Zero.
I tried very hard to stay amicable, but it was impossible. It was just impossible.
Oh, the wrench
I,
thing?
yeah,
Real
well
quick,
they
like,
yeah.
none of us, well, maybe
Okay.
Jane, nobody really cares about wrenches, right? But
No.
Hmm.
say, like, I'm trying to think of somebody, like, Steph and TNT, like, or The Truth and
I, I
Nenny,
didn't tell her I would cut her
or
head off.
Hmm.
I was kidding,
Molly
Mom.
Golightly and Cork, or Makeup Mobster and Beefers. You always have like
Your
you've had like
main
your
mods,
ride or
your
Yeah.
die since like
OGs.
day one, hunted, hunted,
Hmm.
hunted, hunted, right? So before any of this shit hit the fan, for like a good month or two, like felt like longer than that, but I started working more, like I said, and started noticing things were getting fucking weird, tension, blah blah blah. And I just didn't type in her chat. Most of the times it was just because sometimes it wasn't stuff I was interested in.
Well, I noticed
But then
mods
she
getting
gave an
dropped, like
ultimatum,
day
Right.
one
kind of.
mods.
Yeah. She said something like, "Oh, she took all the wrenches, and she said, you know how she stumbles over herself.
Hmm.
Um, you know, yeah, so it's just for the ones that I just noticed I haven't had a lot of mods like coming in lately, and plus it's for my new memberships. I'm also opening up a new Discord, so we knew I'm like, oh, she's gonna nuke the Discord too,
Hmm.
revamping, whatever, that's fine, do you? But that is also another thing that happened. And then, Alex and I went to her in private and kind of said, like, that wasn't a thing that like really like hurt us, but it's just like one stupid little thing that when you line it up with all these other weird things that you're doing, of course we're going to be like, what the fuck's your problem?
But if
So,
Discord was so hard
Right.
to
Not to
handle, why did you
mention,
open another one?
mm,
well,
Which I
not to
never
mention she
seen
took
her
those.
anything in the Discord
Oh
being
God.
so hard to handle.
She took what?
She took the wrenches on Halloween while we were all out trick or treating with our kids.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Mhm.
so
I actually
where are we
found that
going?
clip today, Mom.
Yeah, let's
Um,
not.
yeah, no. Okay, I can okay, the reason that we're like, okay, what happened today was bullshit. What happened to BTS?
Oh, that was horrible.
That was bullshit. The nerve
That
of
was
you.
just
And
Yeah.
then,
shameful.
oh, and
Shameful.
to go back and be like, I wasn't throwing her under the bus. Yes, you
Hmm.
did. You absolutely did. And what has she done?
Threw
Nothing.
her under it, rolled over, back and forth,
Yeah,
back and
I
forth.
was so what the fuck was that out of the blue? Like, what was that all about?
I don't know.
There was
It was
no
all about
narrative that
I
Amanda.
she
never
would
caught.
had
And why?
cord
Like,
her into
why
a
did they even
Discord
have
and
to
she
Because
do
of a
said.
that?
troll account. There's a troll account,
But she acted
and
like there was a big
everyone's
narrative
seen
going
it.
around
It was
that
Steph's
she's some
Pie
crazy person
Horsey,
that drugged
and
No, it was
BTS
a different one too. It was
rattle can.
Rattle Can. Yeah.
both of them kept saying something about TNT and BTS friendship breakup had to do with Amanda. So
Amanda.
TNT went live about it, and Amanda went on panel and lied. You lied, Amanda. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda said there was a big narrative that she didn't want people thinking that she had taken BTS into a Discord and turned her against them. No one ever said that. So
That live was like the worst thing I've ever seen on this side of YouTube. Like that was horrible. And she talks about leaving this community because it was all too much for her. Well, that was too much for a lot of us. Like that,
Yeah,
like
that was fucking full of lies. She lied so.
and
That was
BTS isn't
painful.
even around
No,
hardly
BTS
at
is out there
all.
living
And they
their
all
best
know
life.
that. She
Yeah.
hasn't gone live. Oh, she makes a couple community posts. Woo! How dare her? Like, wow, like that's it. Like her presence is very limited on here. And you know, shame on you,
Best revenge
Mander.
is how good she's doing. So.
Hey, BTS is living her best life, and more power to her.
Yes,
She is
yes.
better than this. She's moved
Yeah.
on.
And we
Good
could
for
go
her.
further, but she has asked that we don't. She'll probably be
Right.
mad that we even fucking brought that up, but we had to fucking say something.
Mhm.
All right, so are we gonna get into this like other shit? I mean, fuck the timeline. We
Do
just
it.
jumped a light year
Yeah.
forward. So, so all that stuff. She did the elephant in the room stream. Then there was that deleted cry stream that Wendy V was talking
That
about,
goes for
Yeah,
Ash.
where
and
she
the one where they
The one
blamed
that
went
came for
Ash.
me.
live over Ash's fucking comments
Another
in a
incorrect
chat.
assumption.
And
Yes.
yeah, it wasn't even true. Another one. Go
Um,
ahead.
I mean, if I have to, I will at some point make a fucking PowerPoint
And don't forget
presentation
though, Kimmy,
for you
that
dummies.
night she was up all night in her comment section talking and all night long in her comment section. Then she deleted the
Yeah,
or
like that's the
crowded the
thing.
video and Steph went live talking about it.
And that's what I was saying earlier before it cut off was that Amanda, you're like, I don't talk about them. You're everywhere. You're everywhere. And you're always talking about it in some way. And then
That
that
comment
leads
section
to the
all
Samara
night
stuff.
long.
And I
You'll
will
talk
speak on
about
that in a
You'll
minute.
talk about one of us, just like when you talked about Starlight, that whole damn stream. Everyone fucking knew you were talking about her. And then when someone calls you out on it, oh, I was talking about Wendy V. Like, shut up.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Just say it. I
Gaslighting
mean,
bullshit.
what harm is there in saying it with your chest at this point? You've already shit on your friendships. You might as well finish it off.
Well, it's just like her accusing the ponies is trolling, which I'm sure she has. She has her assumption that it's a
Everybody
few
say if you
ponies.
She
trolled her.
said that the trolls
Stop
were
blaming
saying
all of us
personal
because she knows.
information.
Has
Yeah,
anybody
we
trolled her?
would
I have not
never
trolled her once.
fucking
I
do
have
that.
not.
Nope.
I don't troll. I say it under my name.
Right, I will
Yeah,
say it with
we
my
don't
name.
But
do
I'll troll
shit
at other
like
people. I
that.
ain't trolled her at
And
all.
she fucking knows it. That's what makes me sick.
Mhm.
Because, she's making us sound like everybody else that used to talk shit about us trolling and stuff.
Right. She's taking our enemies' complaints that they
Yeah.
have about us trolling and making them valid with lies.
Right.
Going
And that's
It's
why I wanted to
disgusting.
speak up.
Going over to a place like Carla's, no shade at Carla, but Mander knows that Carla and Nunya do not like Samara right now. It's very easy to hate on Samara right now because nobody is saying anything good about her except for us. But so that's
Well, I don't
easy
care.
to do,
Carla's
right?
straight up a fucking liar because I was there to witness it all, and she's a fucking liar. That's not how it went down. And I'm
Samara
I'm
telling
sure
you,
it's not.
nothing to do with a divide. Nothing.
Right.
it had nothing to do with it.
While we're talking about that, we have that clip. So Mander and Stephanie, sorry, I'll say it, you guys don't have to. I am really disappointed in Stephanie Brown and her stances changing on fucking the drop of a dime, literally cha-ching.
Yeah.
So a couple months ago, when Brian and Richard Groiper were fighting, we have a clip to play, and it's just a pretty stark difference to what's going on now. Pisses me the straight
All right,
fuck off.
I'm gonna
Here we
play
go.
it.
publicly, but
That's exactly
it
what it is.
basically said, you know, I don't have a problem with you. That's ironic to me that he never has pulled no shit like this. He basically threatened anybody that goes to Groiper's chat.
Yep.
That's why I went to Groiper's chat, because
Yep.
I'm not going to be told where the fuck I can go and can't go. I
And
will
then
go
whoops, look what happened.
anywhere. Right.
Right after.
Exactly.
Up here, like, no, like,
They're mad.
people have been bothering him, whatever. And this whole Groiper thing, I don't know what his point is trying to prove. Like, Groiper's loving.
What up, Captain
I'm
Blast?
sure of it. No offense
Groiper,
to you.
he just
He's a troll.
Wow. Wow.
He's just a troll. And
Wow.
I don't have the time to go digging like I used to, but back in a couple of Mander streams, I used to be like, oh, that's nice of her. Like, you know, she always says, like, I want to run an open chat. Unless it's my ex-friends that come in to, you know, correct my ass. I'll block
but
you.
what has
but
Groiper done any different then to now? Nothing. But now he's not a fucking just a troll anymore. He's, you know, everybody, you know, oh, Groiper's no good. Tonight she was
we're promoting
sticking up for some psychopath, I heard.
Yes, and I don't want to give that person any kind of anything, but yeah, I cannot. I was shocked by that. Shocked.
Yeah.
The thing he's done and said is, I can't.
And
I can't believe you
supporting him,
accept this.
and he's worse than Groiper could ever be.
Yep. And you
Made
sent them all over
references
to his
little
channel.
girls, and that's gross.
Well, while we're on the topic of Groiper, with Samara, so kind of veering back onto the timeline just a little bit, Amanda, as far as we knew, was absolutely fine with Samara until Amanda claims that Samara said she was going to take her place in our group. So we have a clip of what actually happened, which I wish Amanda would see, because if she really believes the story she's telling, she's got it wrong. Samara didn't say that. She was reading from the chat. So I think we have that clip available to play.
Reading from...
I just think it's ironic that, Steve Blossmore, how excited are you? Mander is out. This leaves an opening for you. Fingers crossed, girl, that you get that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Richard is taking over. We're filling the vacuum. We pushed Mander out just so we could get in. Samara, this was all Samara's plan from day one. Don't mind me. I have no idea about the politics or what actually happened, other than people are upset. Go ahead.
You could see the leaf blower account there making the comment that Samara was reading. It's a little difficult to hear, but it's there in the screenshot of what she was reading.
Yeah, but again, she was talking about the divide with Diane having MGL up there and it causing all the riffraff that it caused. She was not talking about the division between Starlight.
We all said it.
She wasn't.
But that was right after the Elephant in the Room. That was the night of the Elephant in the Room live, I believe.
But that whole time period, that's why we kept trying to get her and Stephanie in, and Stephanie Brown, I will give it to her. She tried. She did come in, and then a couple times we got secondhand, oh no, they're not gonna make it because of boundaries in quotation marks. Like, okay, what? Like, whatever. Okay, boundaries. Yeah, I'll roll with
boundaries.
that.
Did she give Liz boundaries when she fucking hailed off out of nowhere?
There was no.
Where were the fucking boundaries then?
Richard made. It was so stupid. Mad over that. That's so dumb.
It was obviously a joke the way they said it. Anyway,
I mean, she humiliated Polyester for no fucking reason.
Another person that doesn't, go live. Another person that barely goes on panels. She's barely in chat. She has like real life stuff going on too. So it's like you bitch and whine and complain.
Who always defended her. Always defended Amanda.
Yep. And you know what? She still says to this day. Like, I love Manda. I always will. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
happy with her. And I feel the same fucking way. Nobody hates you. People are sick and
no one's
tired, though,
trolling
of your
you.
running your fucking flappers up there. And you know damn well Starlight is pretty much the only one over here that's going to go live and correct your ass. I ain't got time for that shit. You know that, Mander?
Even when she was first became friendly with Hooker, we all went in there and supported. I know I was friendly with
what
Hooker.
was that
Now
about?
Hooker
I
won't even
was.
fucking say hello to me for some reason.
Yeah. I never had a problem with her, and I
Well,
didn't know
today,
what I know today.
today she said that we didn't like Hooker, which is a lie, another
I
lie.
liked her.
Yeah, that's
She
not
blocked
true
me
at
a couple
all.
weeks ago. I'm like, damn. Okay.
I don't even know the woman not to like her. She was always very nice to me. I mean, I thought she was cool. I liked her chat until
She went from a sub in Manda's chat to her full-blown girlfriend person, whatever now. And
Which
that's cool
comes to-
too.
Yeah. It's a little shocking to learn. Like, I wish I would have known
But Hooker
that.
was
Maybe
never like a factor of any kind of issues. Like she was never a like a doorstop
I
or
don't know.
nothing.
Maybe it explains some of.
Yeah, now.
Well, yeah, like you were talking about Bodhi and Tatum and Sarah, how she literally refused to have a voice chat with them to discuss what she was feeling, and I feel like
Now she talks
that
to him
pattern.
like she-
Right now, they
it's
talk
so
to her.
weird.
She talks to them, but she refused to talk to all of us. All of us. The ponies didn't break up. She just refused to talk to us. Her and Stephanie Brown are alone, and that's it.
Well, they're not alone. And a little bit before the breakup, it was said by them, you know, when we were talking about like being okay or cool with like Science Girl doing the Sparrow stream, or, you know, Jenny doxing people on her stream,
Well,
or
why you say that? Nobody pressured her to ever call any of that out, and I don't know why she always says that.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it out. Just like when I used to tell you, Mander, in Discord that, you know, German lady needs to be called out for this, that, and the other thing, right? Like, we need to at least just say something. You don't have to like do a live on her, but like we got to call some shit out sometimes, or we're hypocrites. I'm not fucking calling her out. Okay, I was just saying. I wasn't being aggressive with it.
Nobody told her to ditch Science Girl, and nobody told her to them Science Girl or them. I never heard that from anybody.
Yeah, we don't have a problem.
I never asked her to be any kind of a part of the Amber stuff. I want to make that perfectly clear. I stood on my own on that. People were like, don't do it. And I did it. And I don't regret it. Whatever. But stop.
No, you got a lot of shit, though.
Yeah,
that's
you
another
did.
thing that we
Poking
squirreled
the
on.
bear.
To get some shit back. But I never, ever, ever asked or assumed or thought that Amanda had to be any part of that. So stop with that little narrative. I didn't care.
Most of the kickback from Amber stuff actually came from Jen and Co. If you want to be honest. That's why. That's what I was talking about in that comment that they was talking about them. And there wasn't even bad about Jen. It was just saying that the people that said that were so stupid. It was just saying the people that
And
said
it tells me everything. I'm just going to say it. That as soon as you turn your back on us, you ran straight over to the enemy. That's so typical.
Not just one of them, like every one of them.
Yeah. She don't have a problem with anybody except for us. She don't have a problem with anybody but us and Lycan. I think Lycan.
I don't know.
But she used to like him too.
Yeah.
She used to like him, and I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like fucking call you out on your shit. You're going through some stuff right now in your life. Don't want to add to it, but it's really fucking hard. And I told you that like a month ago. It's really hard to just sit here and not fire up a stream and talk about how crazy this all is. Like, do what you want, but don't for a second think that you're going to accuse us of even trolling you with like a fart troll. I will come in under my own name until you block my ass.
Same.
Which she will do, because she told me she will do it if I keep coming to correct her when she is telling lies. So, you know, don't correct any lies, because then your voice will be silenced.
that
How
certain
many
trolls that
times has she
told her
deleted
was
your
specific shit.
comment
So
or
who?
post?
What did you tell just
Every
somebody?
time I comment, she'll either delete the comments or the whole community post.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
She knows
And
if she knows
that's
somebody's trolling her
attacking.
specifically with something she told
That's us
them, then why don't she name who she's talking about? Because what the fuck is she? There's nothing that.
Yeah, and I haven't been rude or ugly or I
No,
haven't
you
called her
haven't.
any names. I've just been like factual with her, and that
Right.
is apparently not okay.
Here she came in the Starlight's chat. Samara, go fuck yourself. That's how she came in there. And then she said
Yeah.
something else rude. But we
I
don't go
still
in her
let it.
chat and
I
say, hey, go
still
fuck
let it.
yourself.
I didn't. And even Lexi, she blocked her and Hello Star. She didn't block her. She just timed her out, and she
Yeah.
told her I did it. But many lives were started to say that we did it.
There
I'm
was
sick
no
of the
need to
we.
come in here, there, and do that. And yeah, you got
Mm-mm.
timed
Back
out
into a
for
corner.
it.
Back into a corner.
They blocked you. Which okay,
Right, because the whole reason you're fighting with Samara is a made up reason anyway. She didn't say
Right.
she was going to take your place. She didn't cause a divide. She didn't push for a divide.
no.
By the time she was even being brought up in conversation, the divide had already happened.
Even
You
Pop
did
Not
that. You and
Soda
Stephanie
got
did that, not Samara.
yeah, Pop Not Soda got on her live and even said that Samara never wanted to divide. In fact, she was broken up about Amanda leaving Discord.
Yeah, that's true.
And
She said that.
Pop's even mad at Samara right now. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's a
And God
weird.
forbid Samira spoke on pony issues. Even some of us didn't want her doing that, but guess
Yeah.
what? No one fucking else was. So get over
It
it.
is her channel, and
The
yeah, if she wants to
It was all
do
public
that,
stuff she talked about. So
I don't
Well,
know.
the only person Pop's talking about pony stuff all the time is Amanda, and that is why we're here, because just today she goes up on Carla's and talks about pony stuff, and just the other day on her grandma's live, she talked about pony stuff there, and grandma kicked me out of her chat because I said, "Oh, really?" Like it's such a
Yeah,
horrible thing for me to say,
you got
but
cussed at.
right, and that is why we're here, because we want Amanda to quit talking about this so that we can move on. We are the happiest moving on people when she is not talking about us, and we would just like to do that. That's
I
all.
can't
We would
wait till
like
we
to
hear
move
some of that
on.
Carla live because some of the stuff she said, even in the first 4 minutes, was out of this world. I was like,
And
what?
that's not for saying, like, if you want to talk about us in a positive way, or even if it's, as long as it's something true, you can
Yeah,
talk
at
about
least
me saying the N word once upon a time, but you can also say, and she was my friend, so I backed her up. Or am I going to be racist to you too all of a sudden? Just like Richard Groiper is all of a sudden a piece of shit again. Like, you change your mind with the wind, so.
How you were
literally
suddenly
every
racist
like
on Jenny
15
Jen's
minutes.
panel when they need to make Starlight racist?
Yeah.
Like that?
And that's why
Yeah.
I went into her chat to make her clarify that Hello Starlight is not racist. She did not say it, but she was in the chat, and that was very hurtful. She was in that
Yeah.
chat when that was spoken about Hello Starlight, and I did not find it a coincidence. My wrench was gone the next day. So
I mean, she was basically in there throwing cartwheels, having a good old
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like people see it. You think they don't talk
Mhm.
about it? I'm sure they talk about what I say and
Starlight,
do.
you took a
Or
lot from JJJ. I will say that you took a lot from her before you popped back off. Like in
Yeah.
chats, like it was like constant there for a while.
It was ridiculous.
Mhm.
Even in those
Yeah.
chats, you barely said anything back. Like that one that I recorded that I mean, I watched to see what you never said a thing to either one of them the whole time. It was crazy.
She
I think you
attacked
said
me
one
that whole
thing and you were
time on Science
deleted.
when I was on Science Girls panel.
Yeah.
Every time I look in the chats, just Jenny Jin Jin,
Yeah.
Jenny Jin
And
Jin,
there was
Jenny
one time
Jin
in the chat
Jin.
you said pops off and said something, and yet you were freaking timed out, and you were said like shut up, G, or something like that, and you were timed out, and you never said another word to him, and they're like Hondo and her just bam, 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 bam. Hondo saying crazy shit about ponies and can't spell it, and I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I have to mute. My alarm is going off.
Okay. Oh, great.
It's
hell.
fine. It's because of the whatever.
Okay.
The crack you cooking? Just kidding.
Technical difficulties.
Well, I think that was it for now. And if we have to make a part 3, 4, 5, 700, we
Do y'all play
will.
that Carla clip?
But I think it's very funny that I literally, every chat I go into, like even hookers, they tried it. She kicked them out. But they come in under troll accounts and say all kinds of shit.
Yeah. because it's what they do. No,
Well,
they,
I know there's some of them in here today because I mean, I don't get these people. I don't get trolled a lot in here, but
hi, Alex
depending on the
V.
subject.
No, not you. It's not you, Alex, but it's a different account. I didn't say it was you for sure. I never even
Yeah.
said your name, Alex or Hartley, but I do get trolled everywhere I fucking go. Literally, every single place I go, I get trolled. It just happened in here.
Hi, Hartley.
I don't think that it's. I think, Alex, you say exactly what you want under your own name.
I didn't block you, Alex. I did not block you.
But I literally, I mean, it just happened just now. Did it not?
What?
Did it not just happen?
I don't block. I time people out, but I don't usually block them. I try not to, because I'm nosy as hell. I like to see what people are
Yeah, I
saying.
don't really like to block either, unless it's like a troll account. That's my only rule. I don't like to block people. I try to give people a voice, you know, even if it's not one that I want to hear, but I try to let people say whatever. But I did make a rule, like if you're not going to come under your own name, because it was seriously every live, like people were coming trolling the fuck out of me about
Hartley said, do you think it might be others shit stirring, Manda?
I would think that, Hartley. Yeah, I would think that, except for some of the things that I've been trolled about weren't things that people would know. Like, it wasn't anything bad, like doxing, but it was things that I shared with certain people. And when you only share things with certain people and then you're getting trolled about it, you're left with no conclusion except for it was that, you know? Like, it's literally every single panel I go on or chat I go into. With Stephanie and I go live. Some of them probably is shit starters. I will say that, but some of them they're not because it's things that weren't public knowledge.